Hello and welcome back to another edition of Michelle McKay Yoga. Today we're just going to do some yoga basics. Nothing crazy, but if you're new to yoga or you don't have a lot of time, this video is great for you. We'll do a few standing poses, a few seated poses, short and sweet, get you through your day, something that you can always go back to when you're pressed for time. So we'll start with a standing pose, Tadasana, which is mountain pose. It's the blueprint for all standing poses. So what you would like to do is either stand with your feet together or hip socket distance apart. However you feel more steady and more grounded, that's how you're going to want to stand. You can lift your toes up, spread your toes out, bring your toes back down, and then really energize the legs by lifting the kneecaps, lifting the quads. Lift your heart and chest up, roll your shoulders back and down, chin level with the ground, crown of the head stretching up towards the ceiling. So if you can imprint these sort of instructions in your body, that will translate to any standing pose that you do in yoga. And for that matter, any inversion that you do. So if you can remember the specific actions you need to do in Tadasana, you'll be fine. And we'll start with taking the legs wide apart. And sometimes this is referred to as goddess or horse, but turn both of your legs out. You can have your hands on your hips. Take an inhale. And then exhale, start to bend your knees and just start to get to open up your hips. So the inner thigh and groin get a little bit of a stretch, right? You're moving a little bit from side to side. You can bring your hands to your heart. You can bring your hands behind your heart in reverse namaste. That's a little more difficult, so wouldn't necessarily call that the basics. Take an inhale as you stand up. Then as you exhale, parallel your legs. Bring your hands to your hips and turn your whole right leg out. So now what we're going to do, we're going to do a standing pose called triangle pose. Your right heel is going to be in line with your left arch. Both of your legs are straight and open your arms to the height of your shoulders. As you inhale, reach to your right side. As you exhale, bring your right hand to your shin block or floor, left arm up. So if you can't reach your shin, if that's difficult, you could use a block to bring the floor closer to you. All right? So triangle pose. I once had a teacher say, try to do triangle every day. It'll be very good for you. Right? So you're getting a nice stretch of the legs, nice stretch of the shoulders. You're pressing into the big toe mound of your right foot and the heel and the little toe side of your left foot. The crown of your head is reaching away from your lower back and your tailbone. You're trying to stack your left shoulder over your right. Press down into your feet. Inhale, come up to stand. And then exhale, release your hands, parallel your legs. I'm just going to move this out of the way. And now we'll do the second side. So turn your whole left leg out. Right toes turn in, right heel spins out. And you're lining up your left heel with your right arch. Open your arms to the height of your shoulders. And then as you inhale, reach to your left side. As you exhale, left hand could be to the thigh or the shin or block. But just avoid placing your hand on your knee. So there's no pressure on the knee joint. And then revolve the left side of your chest forward, the right side of your chest backward. So now my arm just went too far back. So make sure your right arm is stacked directly over your left. So it's not going behind you or in front of you, but you're stacking your limbs. And you're trying to create, triangles within the arms, within the legs. Right? Keep breathing in and out through your nose. Straighten the legs, but without locking the knees. Now you're going to press down into your feet. Inhale, come up to stand up. And then exhale, release your arms, parallel your legs. So now all 10 toes pointing forward. We're going to do a side body bend and a forward bend. So reach the arms up, inhale. And then exhale, lean to your right side. So as you lean to your right side, the right hand comes down, the left arm goes up and over. And then inhale, come back to center. Exhale, lean to the left. So you can, do this in and out, kind of moving dynamically, or you can do it a little bit slower so you can be more static, depending on how much time you have. Now inhale, reach both arms up to the ceiling, and then exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach your chest forward, and then exhale, fold back down. So if your hands didn't reach the floor, you could use another block here. This is a wide leg forward fold, but it's also like an inverted pose. So if you wanted to prepare to go upside down, this is a good pose to do that. Right? This is Pasarita Padottanasana A. The head's going to hang. You're drawing your shoulder blades up towards your waist. The elbows are over the heels of the hands. And ideally, the fingertips and the toe tips, they're in line with one another. Push down into the ground, but lift the chest away from the ground. Lift your shoulder blades up towards your waist, but press the bottom tips of your shoulder blades in towards your chest. Then bring your hands to your outer hips. Take an inhale. Slowly come up to stand. And then exhale, join your feet together. Right? So we did a hip opening pose, which is the goddess or the horse. Then we did the triangle pose, which is more hip opening. And then we did a hip neutralizing wide leg forward fold. Then, just to get a little bit more circulation in the body, we'll do a half sun salute. So normally I would say do the sun salutes first, but because I was talking about the yoga basics and the standing poses, we're going kind of out of order, right? So now just a half sun salute. As you inhale, stretch and reach your arms up. As you exhale, fold. As you inhale, lengthen your chest forward. As you exhale, fold back down. Press down into your feet. Inhale, reach your arms up. And then exhale back to center. We'll do one more just like that. Inhale, stretch and reach your arms up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, lengthen your chest forward. Exhale to fold back down. Now press down into your feet. Inhale, reach your arms up. And then exhale back to center. So now we'll just start to take it down. We'll do a few stretches before we come to the ground. As you inhale, stretch and reach your arms up. And then as you exhale, fold. As you inhale, lift your chest. And now as you exhale, step your right foot back, lower your right knee down. So now if you're on a hard surface, you can double up your mat. You can use a towel to pad your knee. And then inhale, reach the arms up. You're just in a low lunge. You're lifting up and out of the sides of your waist. You're getting a stretch for your hip flexor, warming and opening a little bit of the shoulders because the arms are raised. So you have to externally rotate the arms in the arm sockets. Take an inhale. And then exhale, bring the hands down. Here's another place where you can use the block. So now we're just going to do a little bit of a split, a half split. So we're stretching the backs of the legs, right? Stay here, inhale as you bring your left hip back and right hip forward. Then exhale, root the left hand down. Bring your right foot forward to meet the left. Inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale to fold back down. Now press down into your feet. Inhale, reach your arms up, look up. And then exhale back to center. So same thing, this second side. As you inhale, stretch and reach your arms up. As you exhale, fold. As you inhale, lengthen your chest forward. Now this time when you exhale, step your left foot back, lower your left knee down. Inhale your arms up. You're in that low lunge, second side. Same thing, you're reaching up and out from the sides of your waist. You're externally rotating the upper arms and the arm sockets, but sliding the shoulder blades down towards your waist. Stay here for the inhale. And then exhale, bring your hands to frame your front foot and begin to straighten out your right leg. So flex your foot, draw the right hip back, left hip forward, and really try to engage the muscles of the legs, meaning you're hugging onto the quadricep. The quadricep is hugging onto the femur bone. And the back of the leg, the hamstring, is really starting to open up. Take an inhale here. Now when you exhale, bend your right knee, place your right foot down on the floor, and then bring your left foot forward to meet the right. Take an inhale, lift your chest, and then exhale, fold. We're going to do something a little bit differently now. Take your hands to the small of your back, interlace the fingers with each other or use your strap, and take a chest expansion. So now you'll feel your shoulder blades coming a little bit closer together. You're folding in half. Stay here, inhale. Then when you exhale, release the hands to the ground and take it back to downward dog. This is another great pose to prepare you for inversions. This is a great one for the shoulders and the hamstrings. It's kind of like the catch-all. Press into the fingertips, knuckles, and the heels of the hands. Pressing your chest towards your thighs, and your thighs to the space that's behind them. Take another full breath in here. Then when you exhale, pause, rest, child's pose. And then from child's pose, bring the elbows on the mat and bring your hands to touch your upper back. I'm just going to lift my head up so you can hear me a little bit better. And inch your elbows just a little bit more forward. Get the armpit chest to come to the ground. And then reach the arms forward. And then come forward to sit up. Now bring your legs out in front of you. So we did some standing poses, right? Which was goddess or horse pose, triangle pose, and wide leg forward fold pose, Pasarita Tadasana A. Did a couple of half sun salutes, did some lunges, low lunge specifically, a down dog, and now we're coming down for seated posture. So this is Tadasana. So like Tadasana, Tadasana is the blueprint for all your seated poses. So bring your hands by your outer hips, straighten the legs, flex your feet, push down into the palms, lift the chest from the ground. Stack each vertebrae evenly on top of one another. Roll the fronts of the arms towards the backs of your arms. Slide your shoulder blades down towards your waist. Press the bottom tips of your shoulder blades in towards your chest, but then let the front bottom floating ribs drift towards your frontal hip bones. Femur bones are descending down, calves are descending down, inner and outer heels pressing or reaching forward. Tadasana. Now as you inhale, reach the arms up, and then as you exhale, fold forward for Paschimottanasana. So this is another one, like if you didn't have the flexibility to reach your feet, you could use a towel or a strap to get to your feet, right? Take an inhale to lift your heart, and then exhale to fold. So whether your hands touch your feet or not, it's not a big deal. You can always have your hands on your thighs, your shins, or just on the sides of the mat. Even though you're doing a forward fold, you'll feel a lot of work in your posterior chain, your back body. And then as you inhale, reach the arms forward and up. As you exhale, release the hands down. Take your hands underneath your right thigh. Draw your right knee in towards you. Let the right knee go out to the right. And now the sole of the right foot to the left inner thigh. Hip opening and neutralizing, right? Got one in opening, one straight. Inhale, reach the arms up. And then exhale, turn and twist to your left and fold. Same thing. If you can't reach your feet, you could just use a strap beyond the foot. Right? Or let the hands rest on the shins or on the blocks or on the floor. Really, sorry, I take that back. The block would be more like if it's easy for you to get your foot. So I misspoke. And then inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, release the arms down. Then we'll take it into a seated twist. Draw your right leg in towards you. Cross it over the left and bend your left knee. If it's too much to have both knees bent, you're going to keep your left leg straight. Right arm behind you, left arm up. Inhale. And then exhale, twist and turn towards your right side. As you inhale, reach the crown of your head up. As you exhale, turn and look over your right shoulder. Take another inhale here. Then as you exhale, unwind, free your legs forward and straight, and come back briefly to Tadasana. So pressing down into the ground, lifting the chest from the ground. And then bring your hands underneath your left thigh, and then take the sole of the left foot to the right inner thigh. So you get that hip opening. The legs kind of look like tree pose. As you inhale, reach the arms up, and then as you exhale, turn, twist, and fold out and over your straight right leg. Take an inhale to lift the heart, and then exhale, fold. So you could use your hands and kind of like leverage yourself in the forward fold. So you're asymmetrically digging the hands towards one another and towards your outer hips. And then inhale, reach the arms forward and up. As you exhale, release the arms down. We'll go into that seated twist. Take your hand to the outside of your left knee, and then cross your left leg over the right. Lean back, bend your right knee. So now both knees are bent, or you could straighten out the right leg. Left arm behind you, right arm up. Inhale. And then exhale, twist and turn. As you inhale, grow the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, revolve, maybe look over your left shoulder. Now that left shoulder blade is sliding in towards the right shoulder blade. The right shoulder blade is moving a little bit away. Take an inhale here. And then exhale, unwind. Come to a seated posture. So if you can, you're going to sit with your shins crossed. So this was just a brief video. I'm calling it Yoga Basics. So if you are pressed for time, this is a great video for you. If you are newer to yoga, this is a great video for you as well. So if you find these sort of videos helpful, please leave me a comment. Even more so, you can give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I try to teach every Saturday, whether it's a flow and go, whether it's some abs, whether it's yoga basics, or whether it's just a stretch. Join me on Saturdays for a little Michelle McKay yoga. Peace out, yogis. Ciao for now. Namaste.